Hello, my name is Brandon Garcia Torres, and this is an instructional video on how to knit. I've been knitting for most of my life, ever since I was a kid, so I would say I'm quite qualified to teach this video for beginners. So first you're going to select your materials. You're going to need some knitting needles. They come in various styles and shapes and sizes. And typically you're going to want to match the gauge with the yarn, so you want thinner knitting needles for smaller yarn and thicker knitting needles for bigger yarn, but it's all personal preference. Same with crochet hooks, you're going to need a crochet hook and it follows these same rules of smaller crochet hook for smaller yarn and bigger for bigger yarn. And you can choose any yarn you want, it's all personal preference. Today I'll be going with this blue yarn, so I'll be using the number 8 crochet hook, number 7 knitting needles, and this blue yarn which I like personally. So first we're going to start with a slip knot. To make a slip knot, you wrap your string around your finger, then you get the string and pull it through like so. You know it's a slip knot if you can just pull and it slips out like that. Again, just wrap your string around your finger, get your string and pull it through to make the loop. Now we're going to cast on. You're going to get your slip knot and put it on your knitting needle like so. Then you're going to put your string around your finger as if we were making the slip knot, but this time you're just going to slip that loop on your knitting needle, like so. Again, you're going to slip it around and put that loop around your knitting needle. And you're just going to do this for about 20 stitches. Each time we make a loop, it's called a stitch. And you can make more or less, it's all personal preference, but for the purpose of this video, we'll be doing 20 cast-on stitches. Now we're going to be doing our basic stitch, which is a knit stitch. You're going to get your right needle and you're going to put it through your very first cast on stitch. Then you're going to get your string and wrap it around that needle like so. Then you're going to pull that string you just wrapped around that needle through that loop and take it off your needle. And it's going to go on your right needle. Again, you're going to put your needle through like so, wrap around your string and pull it through that stitch. And then take it off and that's your knit stitch. Pretty simple. Again, just put it through, wrap around, and pull it through. And you're going to want to do this for every single stitch on the needle. So as you can see, I've made a full row of stitches, and now I'm just going to flip, so my needle's on my left, and we're just going to continue that process all over again. And you just keep doing this over and over again until you get your desired length. And remember, this all takes patience, so don't get frustrated and just take your time as you're doing this. Of course, I had to speed this up because this process does take quite a while. So now you can see we've done a couple rows here, so our pattern's developing, and it's going to eventually turn into something like this. This is another project I'm working on, but it's the same exact concept, it just had more cast-on stitches, so it's wider. But as you can see, our pattern is the same, and I've just knitted this whole entire thing. So now we're going to finish our work. As you can see, I've knitted many rows, and now we're going to get our crochet hook to finish our work. So this is basically like knitting, but with a few extra steps. So we're going to put our crochet hook through our first loop as if we were knitting. We're going to get our string and wrap it around our crochet hook and pull through and take it off just like a knit stitch. We're going to do that again for our second stitch. Now this is where things get kind of interesting. We're going to pull those stitches in, so we're going to put one into the other to make one stitch. And we're just going to keep that process going. So again, get 2 stitches, pull that first one into that second one. And we're just going to do that over and over again. Of course I had to speed this up because this process takes a while. Now this whole project took me about 30 minutes, so don't get discouraged. This does take a while and just requires patience. Last but not least, we're going to get our scissors, cut our string, and we're going to pull that string through our end, and that's going to finish off our work and prevent it from unraveling. And once you pull it through just like I did, you're done with your work. Congratulations, you've knitted your first item.